You still hear me? Yeah. Oh, no. Mandy was an iffy. Everybody else is yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me, Mandy? Is it your device? I can't hear you because you're muted. Okay. Double thumbs up. Good. Good evening, everybody. We will start in a comfortable seat. We'll make yourself comfortable and still allow the spine to be tall, not slouching. Relax the shoulders. And then close the eyes. Let your sit bones bed down, the legs get heavier. And take a moment to draw your attention into the physical body. And feel down to the tips of the toes. And then use your awareness to scan from the tips of the toes, slowly working your way up, feeling your way up through the whole of the body, and the fingers and arms. Take your time until you eventually get to the top of the head. Allowing the awareness to move very freely from sensation to sensation. Acknowledging what's coming up for you today, how you're doing today. When you finished your body scan, take a moment to notice your energy today, your mood. And know that when we're moving through the practice, as always, you're welcome to rest, modify when you need to, use props if they're useful to you, and take variations that you might like to practice. And every time we come to the vinyasa, so the transition down dog, plank, lowering down, the back bend and back to down dog, you can always modify that or just completely leave it out. You might want to take child's pose instead of going through the motions, or just rest in down dog. So make the practice your own. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And an opportunity to set an intention. Take a moment to consider a word or a statement or a few words. We'll take an inhale together and send out your intentions with your exhale. Lower the hands down and come to lie down on your back. So lying down, bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Rest one hand on the ribs, one hand on the belly. Allow the knees to open wide. If this position isn't comfortable, then you might knock the knees together. Now start to feel your breath. You feel the breath rising, or rather the belly rises with your inhale. And then the belly draws in with the exhale. Continue to watch the breath, feel the breath. We're going to start to make the breath a little bit deeper, so finding the rhythm that we'll use through the class. So you want your inhale to be a little bit longer and the exhale slightly longer. And the inhale to be the same length as the exhale. We'll take a few moments here to establish this rhythm. And bring the knees together and bring the knees into the chest. And take a rock from side to side. And we'll take figure 4 on the right. So right ankle crossing over the left thigh. Let the right knee open up. Just hold it like this or thread the needle, placing both hands around the back of your left thigh. And just take some ankle rolls with your left ankle, left foot. A couple of times in each direction. Point and flex. And then let the left foot dangle down. Take a couple of breaths here. You might hug the left leg in a little bit tighter. Now release your hands, bring your left foot down, kick your right heel up to the ceiling and interlace around the right thigh. Now press out through the right heel and turn your toes towards the face. And draw that leg in any amount, and you can hold it still or pulse back and forth. Still the shoulders and the face are soft. We'll take a half happy baby. So the right knee bends in towards your right armpit. Hold on either behind the knee or on your shin or the outside of the right foot. And the left leg could stay bent, or you might straighten the left leg along the mat. I like to have my left hand just resting on my left hip as a little anchor. Couple more breaths. If you want to bend and straighten the right leg, go ahead. Now release and bring both knees into the chest and give them a squeeze. Second side, figure 4 on the left. And the option to thread the needle. Ankle rolls with your right ankle. Spread the toes out. Maybe point and flex a few times. And let the right foot hang heavy. Now release your hands. Bring your right foot down. Kick the left heel up, interlace around the left thigh and press out through the left heel. Couple more breaths here. Half happy baby, bring the left knee wide towards the armpit. Hold on where you can. Either right knee is bent or right leg straight. Left leg is bent or you bend and straighten through the left leg. Two more full breaths. Now release and bring the knees into the chest. We're going to rock all the way up and over to all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and some shoulder presses. So press into your hands, keep your elbows straight. We're not going to be bending the elbows. It's not a push-up. You will, on your exhale, sink the breastbone, the chest down towards the floor, but not bending the elbows. On your inhale, lift the chest up. On your exhale, you sink the chest down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. On the inhale, push back up and spread the shoulder blades apart. So the arms remain straight, but the movement is just through the shoulders. So squeezing the shoulder blades together and then spreading, widening the upper back. So keep going with your breath. The exhale, you sink down. The inhale, you push up. Just two more times like that, each way. And then we're going to meet in a neutral spine. So there is that push up into the hands, a hug of the lower belly. On your next inhale, start to lift the gaze up and lengthen the spine. The tailbone tips up. On your exhale, round the back and tuck the chin for cat pose. On your inhale, you look up and lengthen for cow pose. And the exhale, you round in. Now keep going, smoothing out that movement and coordinating the movement to your breath. And by all means, if you want to take some side stretches, any other movements, go for it. We're going to come back into a neutral spine. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips for down dog. Now settle into your down dog. Spread the fingers out, push the mat away. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And really lift your sit bones up and back behind you, and the heels sink back and down. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step the feet to the hands at the top of the mat, and we'll come into ragdoll. So the feet are hip width, fold forwards, let the little fingers rest in the elbow creases. Arms are heavy, the head's heavy. And then let the weight rock from side to side. And backwards and forwards. And release your hands down. If it's okay on your back, we're going to roll up. So slowly start to curl up. If there's any pain in the back, just come up with a long spine. Otherwise, we're taking the time to come up, stacking the vertebra, slowly lengthening up. So eventually, the shoulders come up, the head comes up. We'll take an inhale to reach the hands high, press the palms overhead and stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart, stand tall. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. And release the arms down by your sides. We'll flow through Sun Salute A. Strip off my hoodie. On your next inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to a plank. Either with your knees lifted or release the knees down. Take another inhale here. Use your exhale to bend the elbows and lower onto your belly. Point your toes, inhale for cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. The elbows kind of hug in a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up through plank or through the knees. Exhale, back to down dog. For 5 breaths. Follow each breath in and each breath out. Use the next exhale to look forwards. Step or hop to the top. A halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise up, big stretch up. And forward fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Back to plank with the exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, you lower down with control. Inhaling for cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift back to down dog. For 5 breaths. Keep your awareness on the breath. When the mind wanders, draw it back to your breath. On an exhale, look forwards. Move to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale, push your thighs back. Forward fold. Exhale. Rising up. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, come into your plank. Take a whole inhale here. Everything strong. Push the mat away. Exhale, bend the elbows. Lower down like a plank. Inhaling for your back bend. Exhale, meeting in down dog. For 5 breaths. Follow the breath. From your exhale, look forward, step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold into ragdoll with your exhale. Take the feet hip width, with the option to interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades to open the chest. Lift the knuckles up, or keep the hands resting on your lower back. Let the crown of the head hang down. Tilt your sit bones up. Take any movement that you need here, shake of the head or a sway, or you might start to bend and straighten alternate legs. Now release your hands down. Take the feet to the edges of the mat, sinking down into a squat with the option to sit on your block. Press the hands in prayer. Lift the thumbs to the chest, chest to the thumbs. And if you have crow in your practice, if you want to do that today, go ahead. If you're just in your squat and you want to move side to side, go ahead. We've got 5 more breaths here. Two more breaths. We will meet in a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Lift the hips up, heel toe the feet towards each other. A shake of the head, maybe roll out the wrists. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, land the prayer in front of the heart and be still. Check in, see how you're doing. And release the arms by the sides. Bring the big toes to touch. Moving on. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, sit down into chair. Take an inhale. Use your exhale to fold forwards. Step back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee in towards the nose, round forwards. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, knee taps the right arm, high up near your armpit if you can. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, bring the right knee across to your left arm. Tap, squeeze. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, steps the right foot forwards. Give it a helping hand if you need it. And drop the back foot down for warrior 1. Feel your feet pressing into the mat. Then you lift up, facing the front of the mat. Shoulders over the hips. Maybe you lift the gaze and find a little back bend at the top. Now release the arms and interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale to lengthen up, open the chest. Exhale, humble warrior, bow forward. Let the head go. Again, the knuckles lift up any amount, or they might be resting on your lower back, or if you need to, just bring the hands down onto the floor. One more breath here. Now lower the hands down. Step your back foot in about a foot for pyramid. So we work the front leg towards straight. It might stay a little bit bent. Your hands could be on the floor. They might be on blocks. We use an inhale to lengthen the spine. So in this position, pull your right hip back, nudge the left hip forwards. Using blocks is not cheating. It actually just helps to stabilize. When you've got that squared position of the hips, fold forwards, let the head go. Then you might think, oh yeah, I need to bend that front knee a little bit. And your hands on the blocks, hands on the floor. You might want to reach your hands behind you or something else. Go for it. But send the breath into the back of that right leg. On your inhale, lift up halfway. Bend the front knee. Step your hands forwards. And we're going to lift the left leg up. So a grounded airplane. So either keep the hands down, or you might want to lift the hands into prayer in front of the heart. That's optional. Go for it if you want to. In this airplane, think about lengthening out through that back heel and out through the crown of the head. And there's a little cobra back bend through the chest. One more breath here. We're going to take a Shiva squat. So you bend the right knee and hook the left knee behind the right knee and bow the head in towards the knee. When you inhale, lengthen out. 2 more just like that. Exhale, hook the back knee, the left knee behind the right and round in. Inhale, you lengthen out. 1 more time. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Bring the left foot next to the right. Sit back down into chair pose. Sit down. Reach the hands up. On your next inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Just notice what you're feeling. Just been through on one side, so one side might feel quite different to the other. Moving through on the second side, release your hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, sit down into chair. Take an inhale. Fold forwards with your exhale. Step back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, knee to your left armpit if you can. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, the knee travels across to your right arm. Squeeze and twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, then you step the left foot through. Drop the back foot down for warrior 1. Rise up. Settle in. Maybe lift up and lean back. Now release the arms by the sides and take an interlace behind the back. For humble warrior, inhale, you lift up. Exhale to bow forwards. Let the head go. Lift the knuckles up. Think about still squaring your hips off. The left hip pulls back. The right hip nudges forwards. Release the hands down. Step the back foot in for pyramid. So we're straightening the front leg any amount. Inhale, come up halfway. Pull the left hip back. Nudge the right hip forward. So it's a little bit like you're squeezing the inner thighs together. Another inhale, you lengthen. And the exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forwards. Let the head go. If you need to soften that left knee, do it. You don't need to be at the point where you can't breathe or you're grinding your teeth, just to the point where you can feel that stretch through the back of the left leg. On your inhale, lift up halfway, bend into the left knee, step the hands forwards and float the right leg up. The right leg lifted, grounded airplane, with the option to bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And we're here for 2 more breaths. Shiva squats. Exhale to hook the right knee behind the left and round in, forehead towards your left knee. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, lengthen. Just 1 more. Exhale. And inhale. Meeting in chair pose. Big toes to touch. Sink the hips down. Reach the hands up. Take an inhale to stay. Your exhale to stand up. Lower the arms by your sides. Close the eyes. Check in and see how you're doing. We're going to flow through our sequence again. More or less one breath, one movement. If you want to grab your blocks or the substitute prop, go ahead. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit down, chair pose. Take an inhale to stay. Use your exhale to forward fold. And step back to downward facing dog. And inhale to lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, knee to the right arm. Inhale, extend, move with your breath. Exhale, knee across to your left arm. Inhale to kick away. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, really rock forwards. Step the right foot through and drop the back heel down for warrior one, rising up. Take an inhale. Exhale to interlace the fingers behind the back. The inhale to create some space. And the exhale to bow forwards, humble warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pyramid, step the back foot in. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, fold forwards. The head hangs heavy, gazing back towards your back foot. Inhale, lift up halfway. Start to bend into the front knee. Step your hands forwards. Float the left leg up, grounded airplane. 3 Shiva squats. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round it in. Extend. Now place your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. And pause. Close your eyes. Just check in, see how you're doing. Stay here or go through your vinyasa, your own flow. One breath, one movement. We meet in down dog. And we move straight onto the second side. Inhale, lifts the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, knee to the left arm. Inhale, kick. Exhale, knee comes in, and you twist to the right. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, knee towards the nose. Step the left foot through. Place the back foot down. Warrior one, rise up. Take an inhale. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow to the top of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pyramid, the back foot steps in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. Bend into the front knee, step the hands forward, grounded airplane. The right leg lifts up. 3 Shiva squats, moving with the breath. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, kick away. Exhale, round, crunch. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, round it in. Extend out. Bring the hands down, step the right foot back, step back to down dog. And pause. Now stay just as you are, or take child's pose, or move through your vinyasa, inhaling to a plank. Exhale, you lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, we're all in down dog. Take 5 easy breaths. On your next exhale, lower the knees down and come into child's pose. Big toes to touch. Let the head rest. Let the arms rest. And start to feel the breath in the back of the body. Send the breath all the way down to the lower back, into the middle back, into the upper back and shoulders. And take 5 more breaths. Walk your hands in and come up to sit. Bump the hips over to one side and plant the feet and bend the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Come onto your tiptoes for both poses. So you're either here, or you're here, or here, or maybe here or here for 5 breaths. So root down through the seat, lift up through the crown, relax the shoulders. 3 more breaths. Soften the face. Just 1 more breath here. Lift up a little bit higher. And then release. Bring the feet down. Bring your hands down. Hands roughly a foot behind you, either fingers turned towards you or out to the sides. Make sure your feet aren't too far away from you. You want them to have the ankles stacked under the knees when we come up for reverse tabletop. So spread the fingers out. Push into your hands. Push into your feet. Lift the hips up. Open up across the chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Lift your hips a little bit higher. And keep breathing. We've got 3 more breaths in. Keep pressing down. Hands and feet keep lifting up. 1 more breath. And then we lower down. Second round of Navasana. Boat pose, either here or here or here, wherever you want to be for 5 breaths. Then 4 more breaths, soften the shoulders. A little gentle smile. Breath is smooth and easy. Probably 2 more breaths, keep lifting up, engaging the core. Can you bring your thighs towards the lower belly? Yes, you can. Did the video get stuck? No. Release down. Second round of tabletop. So you're either going to take tabletop like we just did, like that, or reverse plank. So reverse plank, point your toes, squeeze the legs together and push down to lift up. So whichever option, you're there for 5 breaths. That's it. You can do it. Keep pressing down. Keep lifting up. Look up. Relax the shoulders. Press into the hands. Press into your feet. 2.5 more breaths. Feel that opening across the chest, across your shoulders. 1 more breath. Then we'll lower down. Final round of Navasana. So from this boat pose, we will then lower down. So have your bum in the center of the mat. Set yourself up. Choose the variation that you want to work with for 5 breaths. And a smile. 4 more breaths. Keep lifting up. 3 more breaths. The whole round of breath is about 10 seconds, so it takes quite a long time. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now I'm trembling, that's good. Now the tricky bit, to lower down. Keep smiling. Push out through your toe mounts and straighten the legs. Reach your fingers forwards, engage the core. You can hover here or start to lower all the way down and reach your arms overhead. This is good. We're down. Almost dinner time. Just let the body give in to the mat. Let the muscles release. Breathe now into your core, into your tummy. We will take bridge pose. So bend the knees, plant the feet. Arms down by the sides. And press your hands down. Press your feet down. Lift the hips up. Wriggle your shoulder blades under the back. Either hands keep pressing down or you interlace the fingers behind the back. Everything is pushing down to get that lift up. Lift the pubic bone up. Lift the chest up. 3 more breaths. You did all that work on your core through the front line of the body, and now it's the back line of the body that's engaged. And spread the effort out. Make the whole of the back line work. Just 1 more breath now. We move the arms out of the way. A soft toning to the core, and you lower the back down. But when you land, you have that natural curve in the lower back. And let the muscles soften, move your shoulder blades out of the way. And notice the effect of that pose. The physical sensations, how it affects the breath. How can you get a little bit out of breath when you've not even been moving? So we're going to come up again. So the feet are hip width and parallel. Just be able to tap your heels with the very tip of your middle fingers. You press down and lift up. Wriggle your upper arms, your shoulder blades behind the back. Maybe interlace the fingers. And with the interlaced fingers, the knuckles are pulling down towards your heels, not bent elbows. The arms are straight. Again, lift your pubic bone up, lift your chest up, lift your chin up. So you feel there is a natural curve in the back of the neck. You're pressing into your upper arms and the shoulders. We've got 2 more breaths here. When you really get everything working, everything on board, it kind of makes it a little bit easier sometimes. Now move the arms out of the way, lower the back down, landing in a neutral position, Move the shoulder blades out and let everything settle. We are going to come up one final time, so you can do exactly what we've just done, a regular bridge. If you have wheel in your practice, you're welcome to take wheel. If you want to prep for wheel, you might just come up and bring the crown of your head onto the floor. But if you're done, you could take a restorative bridge using your block under the sacrum. So you choose. Take any one of those variations, and we'll be there for 5 breaths. If you are thinking about wheel, you bring your hands by your shoulders, turn the fingers in towards your shoulders. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit, and you're going to push down and come up onto the crown of the head. You still feel your feet and your hands pushing down. And then this is a good starting point. You can just stay here. One day you might be able to press into your hands, lift the head up. Maybe not. Anyway, a couple more breaths wherever you are. And when you're done, we will meet in bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together, the knees opening wide. Let the arms be in whatever position you want them to be in. You come back to your breath. Aware of the physical sensations. Acknowledge the thoughts, emotions, anything else that might be in the background or more prominent. Now bring the legs together and wrap your right thigh over the left. And then bring the legs in towards you and hold on wherever you can. You might hold on to your knees, maybe your shins, maybe your feet. But as always, we are just looking for that sensation. There's no need to make it into some kind of contortion. You just draw your knees in, find that outer hip stretch, perhaps a lower back release. You're only at the point where you can still breathe very softly. Couple more breaths. Now release your hands, bring your left big toe down, and we'll take a twist. So you can keep the legs crossed if you like, or you can bring the thighs together. You're going to shift the hips a little bit over to your right, and then allow the legs to roll over to your left. Now I'm going to grab a block because I like to let my top calf rest on that block. And turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Reach your right arm out to the right, or it might reach up overhead. And your head can turn to the right. The legs to the left, head turning to the right. And feel the movement of the breath. The inhale lets everything expand, and the exhale kind of feels like it's wringing everything out. Now unravel your legs and come back to center. Squeeze the knees in towards you. And we're going to cross the left thigh over the right. Really pressing the thighs together, and then draw the knees in towards you. Hold on where you can. Where you need to hold on so that you feel that sensation. And one side will feel different to the other, and that's totally normal. Now let go with your hands, bring your right tiptoes down. Either keep the legs crossed or bring the thighs together. Bump your hips to the left. And you roll your legs to the right. Pop them up if that feels good for you. Turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Extend the left arm out. Turn the head to the left. Uncross the legs. Come back to center. Draw the knees in. And maybe go with a rock, or you might circle your knees around, some frog circles. We're going to move into Shavasana. So take a moment to put on your socks, long sleeves, throw a blanket over you. Take time to arrange yourself so that you will be comfortable and warm. If you want to put an eye mask on to cover your eyes, or just to put a towel or something over your eyes, go ahead. Then you come to lie in the position that you want to be this evening. So maybe traditional Shavasana, or legs up the wall, or bound angle. And then make your final adjustments to your clothes and your covers, to your position. And let the whole body become heavy. And feel with every exhale, there is a grounding sensation, maybe a sensation of letting go. And letting go of physical tension. Every exhale you get heavier. And then double check, scan through the body methodically from your tiptoes, working your way up, and let every body part soften as you scan up. Whole body is heavy, breath is soft. And take the next few minutes just to be still and quiet. You're welcome to stay as long as you like in Shavasana. If you're ready to move out of the practice, start to deepen the breath. Move the body. Move in any way that feels natural for you. And then when you're ready, bring the knees in, let yourself roll to one side, and we'll meet seated. We'll bring the hands into prayer. A moment of stillness to be able to feel the practice. Feel it in the body, any little shifts in the body. In the breath. Maybe some clarity in the mind. We'll press the thumbs to the third eye and remember your intention. Take it with you today. Bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.